really amazing news being finalised. It's the new year now, 2022. We've got some huge plans. Darren, Tanya, we've sat down, had a look at everything, okay, and assessing what sort of avenue to go down and when we're taking into consideration, the current market, where it's going, the NFT marketplace. Obviously, we'll give you updates on the copy trading app as well. But we're heading in a good direction. 2022 definitely seems like the year for Afrostar. There's some huge plans. So releasing all them plans and obviously going through everything will be Darren and Tanya next week. They're going to be live with you guys next week. They're going to give you all of the good news. Don't worry, I've got good news coming as well. But obviously, it's important that the guys at the top have a little bit of a break as well. Getting you back into the new year. So let's crack on anyway. So this is just going to be an informative AMA. Alex will be following on from myself as well, giving you some good updates on the social media side of things. So obviously you'll hear his voice in a little while. But all of the questions, I don't think it's important that we do them every single week. The questions, obviously, yes, we want to keep you guys updated. Definitely. We're here every week, no problem. But it's important that we get the right updates to you, but also as well, a lot of the times we're answering the same questions. Things, don't always move super quickly with certain elements. Technical elements, for example. Things just take the time that they take. And at the end of the day, new people coming in sort of every week asking the same questions. Had a lot of feedback from people on the Telegram group that listen to the AMAs. That are getting really frustrated with the same questions, and it's normal. It's absolutely normal. We do try to address every single question that's asked to us. In some capacity. But it's quite frustrating. We know what the copy trading app's going on with that. That's being launched this year. We've got some big marketing campaigns, which Darren and Tanya are going to exclusively tell you next week and tell you all about them. I know they're excited. So go through some updates, all right, just to fill you in on where we're at, okay, where we're going to in the new year and so on, and obviously some really big updates coming next week. So first things first, I wanted to start off with a really good news. Afrostar, as we all know, donated to charity. We donated to a charity in the Philippines when there was sort of a bit of a disaster over there. We wanted to help out where we could, no matter how large or small the donation, and we gave a nice donation, just to really help people in other parts of the world, and that's a lot of the reason why we're here with Afrostar in the first place, is so that we can focus and target areas on the globe and actually make them more sufficient and give them the opportunities and obviously help them out, because a lot of countries, the financial side of things, especially Africa, things aren't as good as they are in other countries. It's not as easy. So that's why we want to come to you with Afrostar, and that's how the whole concept started, so that we can really start to give the guys the opportunities over there and help the currency over there, all the multiple currencies over there in Africa. So it's really important that to establish ourselves as a helpful brand, which we are, that we're donating to charity and things like that. So we thought the Philippines would be a fantastic idea to give them a donation to help them out, which it did. So what we decided to do was as a team, is carry on with the donating, carry on with the charity, because everyone on the team, everyone in the community, I think it goes without saying that everyone loves the charitable element. If we can help someone else, less fortunate than us or whatever, it's always going to do good for the project. And it's really important that we touch base and we keep in contact with sort of all of the charitable opportunities out there. And this is something that we want to definitely heavily focus on, especially in the African nations as well. Okay, and that's a huge part of our plan for 2022. Okay, so we actually donated to a children's charity in Africa. I think it's SOS Children's Villages, for less fortunate children over there. So giving them a donation as part of our help towards Africa, which I think went down really well. And like I said, it's really important that we touch base with that side of things. Obviously, we know a lot of the team over here in the UK. I know Ambassador Wallace is, he hasn't been around. Obviously, it has been Christmas as well, but he's doing things over in Africa, which is really helping the project. Obviously, Darren's in contact with them as well, but we've got to let Ambassador Wallace do their thing. Obviously, we've got a big team as well. Not everyone can attend every single week, every single month or so on. Everyone has lives as well. Everyone has families and stuff like that, so we have to respect the boundaries you know, to a certain degree at some stages. You know, obviously we would all love to be here every single day, every single week, you know, but, you know, obviously everyone has lives, and, you know, it's important that, you know, we work as a team to make sure that we're building this project to what its full potential can be this year. And, you know, that's what we're very, very much focusing on. And, you know, we've had a strategy meeting to discuss what different techniques and so what are different avenues to go down that can help develop the brand quicker, but also as well with the charitable side of things, helping, you know, and helping Africa as well. But I also think it's important that, you know, with our side of things, what we're good at is the trading element as well. And that's now where we sort of touch base on the copy trading app. You know, obviously we're going to keep you updated with the copy trading app and where it's at, but, you know, it's just a very, very technical build up at the moment of coding, etc., etc. You know, got a full-time team on the project to make sure we get this app developed as quickly as possible, because we really do feel from an investment standpoint that this would offer great value to all new investors that are interested in this type of project and looking to help, you know, help over in Africa and obviously other areas as well. So, you know, it's copy trading app is going to be a huge feature of this project, and we've got to understand that copy trading, you know, there's a lot of regulations, there's a lot of, you know, technicals, you know, coding and making sure everything's integrated and migrated properly, making sure that all the facilities work within the, you know, within the app, obviously trials, tests, things like building the app. All of these things take time. Unfortunately, as much as we would love it to happen, trust me, out of everyone, I think we would want the copy trading app to be developed as soon as possible. But just to give you an update, unfortunately, you know, it doesn't happen overnight. But one thing that I can say is that we have got really good, really good interest in that project from an investment standpoint as well, from an outsourced investment standpoint, which could definitely move the project forwards so that we can start migrating in other areas of the globe, and, you know, looking at investors to come and invest in our projects and actually see the real world use that Afrostar offers. So, you know, really exciting stuff there. But I thought I'd just quickly touch base on the copy trading app. Yep, it's still being developed, of course. You know, a lot of money's gone into it so far. A lot of money's still going into it as well. But we really do think that, you know, for any cause as well as Afrostar, that this sort of feature, not a lot of crypto currencies offer this feature. And again, you know, we are market leaders in what we do. You know, a lot of you guys here will know myself, Ludo, Darren, Tanya, the team. You know, and, you know, a lot of you sit on the trade clinics and things like that. So we know what we're doing. You know, we know how to trade, and we know we can, you know, make money. And ultimately, with the copy trading app, it's all in the name. You know, for you guys that maybe don't understand the copy trading app, what the copy trading app is all about is giving, you know, people that haven't necessarily got the skills or the time or, you know, the ability to trade successfully, no matter what reason it is, whether it's lack of discipline or whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, it gives people like that the opportunity to make money from investing without investing themselves. You know, and a lot of you guys that are on eToro, you sort of see that element where you sort of follow profiles, copy people's trades and so on, sort of monitor their progress. You know, we'll be able to do all of that with our trades. You know, I mean, I trade cryptocurrency, stocks, forex, NFTs. I trade everything. You know, because at the end of the day, it all comes down to supply and demand. It comes down to real world use and making sure that whatever it is you're investing in has a good concept. And, you know, I'm heavily invested in Afrostar, as is all of the team, as is, you know, all of you guys here, because we're here for the concept. And that's something that someone can't take away from us. And, you know, that's something that we're always building on. And 2022 will be the year where you'll really see that. So just to move on anyway, okay. Some of you asked about the airdrop. Okay, great news. Within 48 hours, Tanya is literally sorting that out as we speak. Okay, told her to have a night off, but obviously she wanted to get the airdrops all done for you guys. So any of you guys that are obviously waiting for an airdrop, that will be with you. Just make sure that your contract addresses are sent or they're right, and where they've been sent to is the right ones. And like I said, you'll receive them airdrops very soon. So that's going to happen in the next 24 to 48 hours. So some good news there. Also, so just, you know, Alex will touch base more on this after. But what we've decided to do this year is build on the social media side of things, because, you know, this day and age, especially, you know, with cryptocurrencies, NFTs, everything these days, you know, it's all migrating and sort of online, you know, into the digital space. Hence the reason we're here investing in cryptocurrency. So what better idea than to grow the social media where we can really expand and actually dedicate a marketing team and an agency to that, which is, we're in almost confirming the deal with the agency. Okay, we won't release that until we have, but obviously we're looking to get a really good agency on board that's worked with cryptocurrencies before, and obviously the expansion and the development of a project. So we're really pleased about that. Obviously, one thing that we do have to mention is the crypto market. Okay, regardless of what you trade, the big major markets, especially in cryptocurrencies, that will have an impact on your crypto, on Afrostar, on the lower tokens, the sort of lower, the lower market caps in terms of the big boys like Bitcoin and Ethereum and Algorands and Cardanos and things like that. Whatever that market genuinely does, okay, usually we will follow. Okay, usually the sort of smaller markets will follow. The people that listed on pancake swaps and the smaller exchanges, they will genuinely follow the market. So obviously, as you already seen, we had a huge drop in the market. Anyone that trades in crypto, should always anticipate a random crash every now and then. Obviously, all of the news, I'm sure you've all heard about it, with why the markets have been crashing and so on. But really positive news is that it's starting to turn around, and Afrostar is as well, which is great. So general market has been down, but we're looking like we're sort of seeing a bounce back up, which is nice. So hopefully we see, we're seeing some minor trend line breaks as well for a lot of the big players out there at the moment. So yeah, really exciting. Fingers crossed, goes back up. I think, this is just how crypto works. There's a lot of scarcity in crypto. There's a lot of fear in crypto, because it is so volatile. And how you'll see the cycle work is, people will absolutely be raving, when markets are going up, because you can trade anything, really, and make money. But what you've got to understand is that that's the big players as well. But with the smaller players where you can make the serious money, with not investing lots and lots of money, is in these tokens and actually getting in there from day one and believing in the concept and believing in the project. And that's what all you guys are here for, including myself. Because at the end of the day, if you get in any one token that makes it, you're going to be extremely worth it, even if you invested $10 on in the first early stages, and Darren and Tanya, they don't plan to to fail. We don't fail here. We plan to build this into a huge brand, and huge brand that's going to offer an extremely well valued real world use. And you just can't hide from that. So when the name gets out, and that's why we're focusing a lot more on social media and looking at hiring extra people and actually developing a team specifically for the social media campaigns. I think we'll do really well for the project. So some huge news there. We are taking some massive steps this year. We as a new project as well, as a whole team as well, we learned a lot. We learned a lot from the launch, from the where we're at, and sort of what things went right, what things went wrong. And it's important that everyone, no one's perfect, no project is perfect, okay, but it's about the persistence, and it's about the building on something that is there that offers that real world juice. And that's where we're at. Like I said, we're offering all of the Africa stuff aside, and with the copy trading, the Africa stuff is so crucial to the project. And it's really important that we're donating to charities and stuff over in Africa to make sure that we're stamping our mark over there. We are here for the African nations at the end of the day. We're just using our skills and sort of our experience, our skill sets, to make sure that we can promote that brand by offering another facility and another feature. And I think when new investors come in from multiple marketing campaigns, huge marketing campaigns that are going to be running this year, especially when we've got a much bigger community and social media presence, I think we're going to make some really big steps. And then when the crypto train app launched, I think we're going to see some serious investment there. Myself, we're all in conversations with a lot of serious players that are looking at this from the wings at the moment. Okay, they want to see what's going on. Okay, they love the community, they love how many holders there are. Okay, they're not interested in the price at the moment, they're interested in us and the project. Okay, but the price is still, yes, it's come down, but we're still at a really big market cap for a project that's 3 months old. That's the realism of it here. We're still at a good market cap, but this market cap of $2 million investment from anyone will be straight up there with all-time highs again. You know, so that's what you've got to take. It takes one person. You know, you get a celebrity on board. You know, you get someone on board that invests large or whatever, or to retweet your page and social, whatever. It can lead to anything happening overnight. Take Shiver as an example of that. You know, many of the smaller projects of 2021 that turned massive just by marketing campaigns. So it's just making sure that we're perfecting the marketing campaign. There's no point in chucking loads of money at marketing when the market is going down. You know, that's just common sense. So, you know, yes, we've been trickling things along, but obviously we haven't utilised the whole budget of what's to come in the 2022 and all the plans that come along with it. So, you know, really, really excited for that. But like I said, you know, do keep an eye on the crypto market and make sure, you know, that you do understand sometimes when we might see a dip in price, that is probably the crypto market as a whole in general. Okay. So, yeah, awesome. And then last but not least, obviously, one of the things that we're in contact at the moment. We don't want to name any names because, you know, we want to make sure we name the names when we need to name the names because we want to make sure they're on board first. Okay. But we've had some really serious discussions. You know, they actually approached us. Okay. And we sort of wanted to collaborate. So we're just looking at getting that deal over the line, but watch this space because if we can get on board with this, you know, with these guys, we're going to be making some massive steps, you know, just because of their presence. I don't want to name any names, okay? Maybe next week when Darren and Tanya jump on board, hopefully the deal might be done and they can update you with that. But we are in contact and we are in negotiations with some really, really, really big players out there, okay? And, you know, I'm not going to say coin market cap, okay? But think along them lines, okay? That's all I can give away. Okay, that's all I can. I probably said too much as it is. All right. So, you know, just as a very, very quick update for everything as a conclusion before Alex comes on. Okay. So first things first, obviously the project where we raised money for the charity in Philippines, you know, great success. Obviously the new donations to charity in Africa, the SOS Children Villages, you know, really, really important that we do things like that and obviously help, you know, underprivileged people, which is, you know, and obviously people that have experienced, you know, hard comings in their lives. Really, really important. You know, Tanya's going to be doing all the airdrops. Okay, that is in, you know, is in lieu right now. So in the next 24 hours or so, they'll be there. Obviously, just to reiterate that, you know, the sort of price drop as well was heavily influenced by the general crypto market as well. So nothing really to panic about there. Okay. We're looking at a whole marketing agency to come on board to just, you know, promote our social media and build that presence so that we can have a massive footprint online and really, really utilize the social media side of things. Okay, so we're allocating a big budget towards that, but obviously it's all about timing. So, you know, we're looking to do it very, very soon. But like I said, I'll wait till next week for that update. And obviously, last but not least, you know, we have a huge campaign on board along the lines of coin market cap. Okay, and that's all I'm going to say. All right, so really, really, really positive news. You know, next week's AMA is going to be even better. Obviously, we'll be taking questions on that one. Have a really nice sized one there. Alex, I know is on here now. I don't know if you're there, Alex. I know Alex wants to just update you from the social media side of things as well.
Hi, I'm here. So, hello everyone, and hope you're having a great start to the new year.
Yep, I'll hand it to you, Alex. But it's lovely to catch up with everyone. And like I said, I'll leave in Alex's hands. But we'll see you next week. But Alex, I'll pass over to you, buddy. All the best.
Cheers, guy. Cheers, mate. Yeah, so hello to everyone, and as I said, hope you all had a great start to the new year. As I know me and Guy and the rest of the Afrostar team have. Nice to have a little bit of a break over the Christmas period. And thank you, Guy. You've made some great points. You've actually got me even more excited looking forward. It's always good to hear from you. So, I mean, I don't have a great deal to update you on, but first I'd like to take the opportunity to reiterate the point that you're all doing a great job across social media. It doesn't go unnoticed, and it's a great help to me. So thanks to everyone that gets involved. And in the coming weeks, we will start to see a bigger social media presence. So with the Copy Trade app getting closer to launch, we'll have a lot more, you know, more content to market. So with more information, we'll be able to generate that content for social media, and that's going to get people more engaged in the project. And on that note, in the past couple of days, I've actually personally been in talks with a couple of social media promotion companies who are going to help us grow our social media channel with some more professional content and ideas. It's about growing the team behind the social media. As the project develops, we're going to develop the social media as well in line with the developments in the project. So I'll have a little bit more to update you on with that in the next couple of weeks once I finalise those talks. Also, as some of you will be aware, there's a lot of scammers in the crypto world, and Afrostar is not immune to the threat. So, they seem to be focusing their efforts on our Facebook page in particular, but not exclusively. So, just be alert and be aware that there are scammers operating, and there's not really anything we can do about it other than report them and block them and delete their content. But as soon as we do that, they seem to just be springing up again. So if anyone has any ideas on how we can better deal with this, then feel free to message me, and I'll take any ideas under consideration, because the community is what helps us grow and improve. So it's very valuable to get your input. Now, I know I've said it 100 times before, and I will continue to do so. It's important to remember we'll never ask you to send funds anywhere, and we'll never ask for personal details. So it's so important that you remember to keep your information, all your private information, safe. For example, don't keep copies of recovery phrases anywhere on your computer or online, because that's how they'll hack into your computer. They'll look through screenshots, or you might have it on a notepad or something on your computer or on your cloud, and the hackers, they know what they're looking for, and they can find this information, and that's how they can gain access to your account. So my advice would always be to keep the recovery phases recorded on a piece of paper. Obviously keep that somewhere safe in your home, and I usually share it with a close family member, someone I can trust, just so that there is a backup copy, again on paper. So on a more positive note, as Guy touched on earlier, the wider crypto market looks to be maybe like it's turning a corner. So I would keep an eye on that over the next couple of days, as a healthy market is good for all of us. Again, as Guy did mention, if the wider crypto market is moving in an upwards direction, then you're going to see that reflected in tokens such as Afrostar. Okay, so I'll leave you with an update from our COO, Ambassador Wallace. I know a lot of you have been asking about where he's been. Over Christmas he was in Kenya, and then I was speaking with him today, and he's been between Nigeria and Niger, or rather the Niger Delta. And he's been working on his idea of the gaspreneurship. And so this has basically just been commissioned, and there's been a new building built, and they're just welcoming their first students, which is what he's been busy with. And this essentially is the first petroleum university in Africa, and only the 5th in the world. And so the idea is, by harnessing the power of education and the huge African gas sector, it's going to give the African people the opportunity to empower themselves. This is all part of Ambassador Wallace's plans. He's got big plans. That's obviously Afrostar, that's going to help empower the African people and get them to work their way through their poverty. Not just through handouts. It's about giving them the tools to be able to work through this for themselves. And I will share a little bit more information on that in the group, because Ambassador Wallace sent me some bits via WhatsApp, including some pictures of him with the King. So that'd be nice to share in the group. And yeah, so really that's all I've got to share with you today. And just to mention again, anyone that's got any ideas, feel free to send them over to me. Always happy to get the involvement from the community. And maybe next week I'll be able to give you a little bit more detail on the talks that are going on with the social media promotional companies, so that we can take things to the next level of the social media. Okay, yeah, that about wraps it up for me. I don't know if Guy wanted to add anything at the end there. Are you still there, Guy? No, I think he seems to have gone. So yeah, that's it from me. So have a great week, and we'll catch up again next week. Thanks, guys.